are live. So you guys want to go on Facebook and share the links?
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? You tagged us, Aaron?
Not yet.
Okay. There it is. I shared it to Vegas sneakerheads.
Word.
There it is. I shared it to Vegas sneakerheads. Word. Feedback or echo.
What up? What up? What up, everyone? Shout out to all the people on right now.
All right. Welcome to episode 3 of the Goody Two Shoes podcast. We are your hosts. I am Brian.
I'm Carlos.
And I'm Aaron.
Dope. So today's going to be a fun episode. You know, we're going to speak facts, talk kicks. We're going to bring some people in today. But today we wanted to start off with our most recent pickups.
Cool. I'll get it started. I finally was able to bring these inside. I bought them off a dude on Grailed, but they're the LeBron 12s, the LeBron 12s. And I was super excited about them. I think it's a super dope shoe. Anybody knows the What the series is just a bunch of different designs all mixed into one. And so I was excited to get my hands on these for a really good price. The only bad part is that the dude who sold them to me probably smoked a bunch of weed out of these shoes. Directly out of
He sold them out of the shoes?
Yeah, because they smelled so bad like weed when I got them. And if you smoke weed, whatever, do your thing. But that's like selling a car and not telling someone that you let your pet live in that car for 3 years. You know, I wasn't expecting it. But super happy to get my hands on these. I've got another pair of shoes on the way. It's going to get me one step closer to completing that 1 through 17 set. And hopefully I'll have those by next weekend so I can have something to share for recent pickups. But that's what I got.
Nice. I'll go next. Was able to cross a Grail off my list this week. I'm kind of like still surprised like I was able to get these, but this is the Air Max 180 Opium.
Whoa.
Rumored to be 220 pairs in the world, probably less now. And yeah, Opium is a store in Paris. And so it's just crazy that these are all the way here in Vegas now and that they're in my hands. Yeah, just really wild. Some of the best quality I've ever seen on a shoe.
Where'd you get them?
Grailed. I found them on Grailed. Got them from a dude that lives in Hungary. So, yeah, really cool.
Bro, it's kind of crazy, not going to lie, how like all those Europe only releases, right, that or the releases overseas that come out in different places actually end up being some of the most fire releases, and it kind of sucks that you got to hunt them down, but I guess it's all part of it.
That's the fun part of shoes is the hunt.
Yeah, makes it worth it.
Yeah, so I did not have any pickups this week. I had restorations done this week, which we're going to talk about a little later, but shout out to Revive Kicks for restoring my zebras back to life.
So they're pretty much like brand new shoes to you.
Yeah, they're pretty much brand new. Yeah. He cleaned them up. He de-yellowed the soles. I'm gonna go back for another de-yellowing session, but nah, man, he cleaned up my zebras and my triple whites, so those actually look white again. And so I appreciate his work, man, because sometimes you beat up a pair of shoes and they get to a certain point that you're not really comfortable rocking them. Now I actually wore my zebras today just because of him. So
Fire.
Yes, sir.
Dope.
Cool. Well, that'll take us into our next segment, but we're going to be looking at our Goody Two Shoes fact of the day, and we're going to start sharing one fact a week with you guys, just a random fact that you may or may not have known before, but this week has everything to do with the Air Max 95. So Aaron's got a picture up there for us right now, but the Air Max 95, designed by Sergio Lozano, was inspired by the human body. The midsole represents the spine. The gradient material represents muscles. I guess that gradient, like how it's layered from dark to light, represents the muscles. And then the lace holes represent the ribs. And then the mesh mimics the human skin. So, super random, but super fun fact for you today about the Air Max 95. Most easily recognized on that neon green pair right there. Probably the most iconic pair of 95s out there. But yeah, that is your Goody Two Shoes fact of the day.
Yeah, that's wild. I never knew that.
That's crazy. I can kind of see it now, but like just the whole like it being inspired by the human body, that's kind of crazy. I always wonder like what some of the inspiration behind some of these designs are, right? Like that's cool. I never would have expected that.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Dope. Well, let's see.
Yo, so time to get into some releases, right? Some recent releases, upcoming releases.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull them up. I believe the first one we're gonna talk about is this one.
Ooh. Triple Black Fear of God ones came out this morning.
Yes.
I don't think any of us tried for them. Did anyone try to get them?
No, I was dead asleep. 100%.
Yeah, I was asleep too. I like woke up after the notification. I wasn't planning on getting them.
Yeah.
Maybe for the resale, but I'm like real like iffy on like the things I like to resell. So
for sure.
But aside from that, like I think these are dope. Like I love this model. Can't go wrong with the triple black shoe. And I think Jerry Lorenzo, who is the owner of Fear of God, I think he killed this design. I love it.
I think those are dope too. I think the last time I've seen them like being worn by somebody, I don't want to say that matters because everybody matters, but I saw Josh Hart on the Lakers. He wore some Fear of Gods, and then KCP for the Lakers as well. You can tell what team I follow, but they wore some of these in game a couple of years ago. They were like a beige color though, so they weren't the triple blacks, but beige color, and they were clean on court though. Those looked really clean. So I'm a fan. I like those a lot.
Shout out to my 2K player who wears them in game. Yo, actually, if you have 2K, I think 19, they have I'm guessing they have a Fear of God collab because you like meet Jerry Lorenzo in the game, and like you can buy the Fear of Gods in the like sneaker store in your neighborhood on 2K19, and so your boy signed a contract with Nike in the game, and so I played it. I hooped in the Fear of Gods, but these are dope, man. Definitely dope.
Like how one shoe gives you like +2 dunk or something like that?
Yeah.
Does this one like give you like +2 spirituality, or like how does that work?
This one gives me +T swag. That's it.
Okay. Got it.
Encore swag. That's it. All right, man. Let's go to some other releases for.
Oh, cool. So this was announced today, I believe. It's the third colorway of the Stussy X Spiridon caged.
Okay.
And I like this colorway a lot. This one might be my favorite out of the three. I do like that tan colorway a lot, but this one, man, it's clean. It's really clean.
Yeah, almost like an Oreo vibe.
Yeah. Sick. I can see like the gray sweat fit already.
Can you swipe over to the other pictures?
Yeah, man. I agree with Brian, man. These just look like the shoes you can put on with anything. Just throw on the gray sweats. These are like running errand shoes, you know, or you can dress them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good.
Stussy is my favorite brand, like ever. I'm actually wearing it right now, but that's my favorite brand of clothes. I've had a pair of Nikes and Stussy collabs in the past, but I wasn't able to get the recent ones, and these ones are actually really cool. I like them.
Yeah. I tried for the tan ones for my little sister. She really wanted them. Took an L on that. But these I will try to get for myself.
That's cool.
So
these are fire, man. Who knows? Maybe we'll see the comeback in like the dad shoes / like Nike runners, you know, that are so popular, were popular a little bit ago after I think Russell Westbrook wore the Air Monarchs, right? Everyone started getting those, and I just found my pair, but
you have some Monarchs?
Yeah, I have the all whites.
I mow the lawn in mine.
Wait, don't you have like the off-white custom?
Yeah, I did. I'll have to send that picture to you guys. You can post it sometime. But I just stole them recently, so I got rid of them. But they were really dope. They were customized to look like the off-white bread ones. But instead of sending air on the side in quotes, it says "Dad." They were actually really, really cool.
That's fire.
I just never wore them, so I stole them. But
man, crazy.
That's fire. All right, let's get into our next new release. These are some KDs actually. Those are fire.
You won't hear me say that.
Huh?
So you won't hear me say those are fire.
What? The colorway is crazy.
They got more pictures. Scroll down.
Let's see. It's set for an April 24th release. This is the side.
That was today, right? I don't know, yesterday. So stop right there at that picture. The reason why I like, that one right there. The reason why I like these KD13s in any colorway, whatever, is because they look a lot like a Nike Dunk. And the reason I say that is that yellow section that comes right behind the swoosh.
Yeah.
And it comes up to the laces. Exactly. Point to it on your Dunk there, Brian.
I don't. Oh, this?
It looks just like that section right there. And it comes around the back heel just like the Dunks do. And I think that's a real subtle detail on the KD13s that are reminiscent of a pair of Dunks. So I'm a fan, and I haven't been a fan of KD shoes since about the 7s. But yeah, these are cool. I like them. You should look at other colorways of these ones, Brian, because these are definitely funky, but they got some other cool colorways of them.
Yeah, I'll look at it, but based off this, I'm a no-go.
It's going to be a no from Doug.
Man, nah,
KD shoes since about the 7s. We got an echo going on here. You should look at other colorways of these ones, Brian, because these are definitely funky, but they got some other cool colorways of them.
I actually really like the colorway.
It's going to be a no from Doug.
Real quick, Aaron, do you have it playing on a speaker somewhere?
My fault. That was me.
Okay.
Nah, man. I like the colorway. I like the design. I'm different though. I look at hooping shoes for that purpose, like hooping. You know, like I'm not one of those people that is gonna judge hooping shoes based on the criteria that I would use to judge shoes that I'd wear every day. You know,
yeah, the Dunk was a hooping shoe though, and I say was, it still is technically, right? But
yo, so we're Chuck, but we don't know how that went. But as a hooping shoe, man, these would look crazy on court. Like I'm not gonna lie, I could see these breaking necks on the court, man. I like these as a hooping shoe.
Definitely.
All right. Word. All right. We have a couple more. We'll get through them real fast. We have. Let's see. The Air Max 95s De Los Mios. All right, Brian. Are these gonna be a yes from you, dog?
100% yes. Not only because I'm Dominican, I love the Air Max 95. The way they put the shoe together was amazing. I need to look up more of the story because I want to see what every detail represents. I know with the De Lo Mio Air Force One, it was a very detailed shoe, had a lot of influences in Dominican culture. And of course, we get red and blue here, but I want to look into it more. But either way, if this didn't have the De Lo Mio tag on it, this is a fire Air Max 95. The República Dominicana on the back. This is dope. 100%.
Yo, shout out to all my Dominicans.
School me on this. Like, what is this? What is De Lo Mio? Like, what does that have to do with the Dominican Republic?
So De Lo Mio is like a phrase, like we say, like it's like a common thing. We like Dominicans have a lot of different like phrases and sayings they like to say.
Okay, I know that. I used to live there. I don't know if you guys knew.
Yeah, like De Lo Mio is like, you know, like it's of my culture, like it's, you know, it's ours.
Of mine. Okay, of ours for sure. I got you.
Yo, I really like too the fact that like the green on it, because obviously, like, you know, going way back to like the early 2000s when they released the Dominican Air Forces, right? They had the little Dominican flag on the side, and they've released other shoes. Shout out to Ray Polanco, who designed another pair of Dominican shoes. But I really like the green on it because a lot of people don't know, and it's cool, Carlos, that you actually live there. The center of our flag has that green, and this guy has it tattooed on his, or this girl has it tattooed on her arm. Is Dios, Patria, Libertad is a green like crest in the middle of the flag, and so I think this does a really good job of like really highlighting all aspects of the flag versus just like that red and blue, which isn't always unique to the Dominican flag, you know. But these are definitely a must cop. I'm definitely gonna try and get these. We have two more. Let's do them real fast. And then your boy Jay the Kid's on, and we're gonna put him on the screen. These next ones have come out a couple times. Oh, wrong ones. But all right, these dunks, Brian.
Yeah. So Cactus Plant Flea Market is a clothing brand. They've done a couple collections with Nike. They've done like those sponge blazers. It's a really dope brand. You know, Kanye influenced it a lot. And so this is their rumored dunk that should be coming out. I think it's really dope, clean colors with their logo on the back. I will probably try to get them. It's going to be super hype. I already know it. So, yeah, it's clean.
Word. And then we got, last but not least, bam, Fire Red 5s.
Shouts out to The Last Dance.
You guys watched the episodes already? The first
Yeah.
two?
Yeah.
Pretty enlightening.
It is. It's kind of all over the place. I hope that it kind of comes together at the end, but like, it's awesome to watch, like just as a fan, you know.
I think it's cool that they've gone kind of like they're not characters per se, but it's gone like person to person, you know.
Yeah.
Jordan, second one was Pippen. The next one's going to be about Rodman. Like,
Yeah.
Is Steve Kerr going to get his own episode?
That would be fire.
That would be cool. I would enjoy that.
Yo, that Rodman episode is about to be fire.
Have you seen the Rodman documentary? It's a 30 for 30, I believe.
I haven't seen it.
That one's really, really good. You should watch it. But the fire.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo, what's good?
Not much, man. Just quarantine life.
Yep, I feel it. Shouts out to Carlos Barber. He put it in there, making Paul jealous in the season.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean, he was my barber for a long time, and now I'm just wearing this hat. So
I hooked myself up. I went all out.
yeah.
All right, Jay. Welcome to Goody Two Shoes. We appreciate you having taking the time to come on with us. Jason's a really good friend of mine. I grew up with him, went to high school with him, and I think is that your Instagram handle right there?
What was that?
Is that your Instagram handle that's on your?
I can barely hear you. It's chopping up a little bit, bro.
Yeah, Carlos, the audio is kind of.
Yeah, a little bit of a. It didn't start until Jay got on. So you ruined it.
Yo, Brian, I'm going to micro fast.
Sorry.
Mute your micro fast. All right, Jay, go ahead and talk.
Yeah. You guys can hear me, or?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I can hear Carlos perfect, but it was only Carlos that was chopping up a little bit. So.
Okay, for sure.
All right. So we're gonna have you show your shoes. Tell us a little bit about them, how you got them, how you like them, what they mean to you, stuff like that.
For sure. All right. First pair I'm gonna bring out is just a kind of. I feel like you should have it if you have shoes right now. You should have it. It's basically my equivalent to like a all white pair of Air Forces back in the day, and that's it's a solid pair of the Zebra Yeezys. First time these came out, I couldn't get them, and I was super bummed. And so the second time, I made a couple accounts on Foot Locker, the app, and I was able to cop a pair. So I was super stoked when I got them, and my wife was super salty about it, and it was great too because that's fun. But yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I still have not unDS'd them, like because I'm scared. But Yeezys, yeah, Ultra Boost. That's probably my favorite right now. They're super comfortable. And then these other two that I have are more heartfelt, in my sneaker journey. So take them back to 06 real quick. It's Lucha Libre Air Force One.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, so when this first came out, I was
Fire.
freshman in high school, and my brother had a friend named Mike. We called him Lil Mike. This kid had, I would say, like without overshooting it, he had at least 500 pairs of shoes, and nuts. But this is one of them that he had, and I was like, man, I really need to get a pair of these. Super dope, just the silhouette of the the wrestler on the back. Super clean shoe.
I've never was out. Like I've never even seen you wear it.
What's up?
I've never seen you wear it.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing with me. I wear my shoes. Maybe Carlos knows for sure, but I'm more of a collector. I will wear them, but I'm gonna wear something more comfortable unless I'm trying to like literally stun on somebody, or if I'm going out to a party where I know other sneakerheads are gonna be at. I want someone to turn their heads, but like right now, my go-to shoe is just a all black Ultra Boost. That's what I'd be wearing. You know what I mean? So I have like 6 pairs of Ultra Boosts, and they're all black and white. Super dad. You know what I mean? Swag. I'm not trying to flex on anybody, but yeah, these ones I brought them out just because they did mean something to me at the time. Super flashback every time I take them out the box. I'm like, man, 06, these are sick. Yeah.
Those are dope.
Yeah. And then my last pair is gonna be this Boba Fett SB, and again, these are gonna take me back to like 08. I think they came out. High dunks are always super cool. The SB era. This is probably the only high dunk. I think I had Thrashins as well, but this one, man, just super cool colorway. I was a not super big fan of Star Wars, but I was definitely into it. I watched all the movies, and Boba Fett was my favorite character, so definitely copped them. And they skyrocketed like recently, which is super crazy to me because I bought them on Flight Club for like $100 back in the day. But yeah, super dope shoe. I would say between this and the Dinosaur Jr., these are my favorite SB Dunk highs ever.
What size do you wear, Jay?
um,
Hey Jay, do me a favor.
yeah,
Can you pick up your phone and hold it?
hold it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what's making that echo sound. It sounds like it was.
Does it sound better now?
I think so.
All
Or
right.
not. Dang it.
Um,
What size are you?
so it fluctuates. So I can rock anything from a 7.5 to in Yeezys a 9. It just depends on the shoe, bro. It really does. So like these Yeezys are 8.5, Forces are 7.5, and then these Boba Fett's are 8. My walk around shoe, if they fit correctly, I would say is an 8. But like I said, like I can get Yeezys 9. If they don't feel uncomfortable to me, I'm not tripping on myself. So I'll cop a 9 if I need. So
For sure.
Malfi gang.
yeah.
Anybody who's listening or watching that has a pair of Dino jeans in that size, hit my Jay the Kid. If you need the contact, just hit me. I can get it to you.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But I am going to plug Jay a little bit further. He's one of the best rappers in Vegas, and he's super humble about it. He wouldn't have mentioned it, but I'll mention it for him. And you guys should definitely check out his music, his Instagram, links and stuff like that. So check him out, man.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just didn't want to come on here and you guys have a great show going. I watched literally the last couple ones, and I like where it's going. It's super cool. I liked how you had the dude from was it Vegas Sneakerheads, or he made that. Yeah, that was awesome that you guys did that. So yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Yo, Jay, quick question. What's your favorite collaboration shoe of all time?
Favorite collaboration shoe? I really like the Heineken. Heineken was super dope. I mean, one of my first pair of SBs was the Guns N' Roses lows, and those are probably
Fire.
yeah. That's probably one of my favorite lows. The Three Bears pack, great. So it's like a seven-way tie, really. Like I could really name some shoes that were a collaboration and really did something for me, like Iron Maiden dunks. I just saw that on 2J's page, and I was like, man, I haven't seen that shoe in forever, but it's a great shoe. Anything that has to do with music is gonna, as long as it's a nice colorway. I really like something recent was the Ben and Jerry's. Man, those ones took me back. Those were like Marge Simpson-ish. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, those are super dope.
Yeah, we were saying that's a good one. That brings back the essence of UTSB.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Nah,
Cool.
I definitely appreciate that. That especially now, like we're kind of talking about it, like it's cool to see kind of all these kicks from like our teenage years kind of resurfacing and like all the memories that come with them. Because I'm looking back and I'm looking at, like, for example, my favorite pair of SBs is Mork and Mindy's, and so for a while those were dead. Like I was seeing them around for $100, $80, $90. Dino Juniors was crazy. I was telling Brian the other day, Urban had a pair of Dino Juniors size 9 for sale, and they sold them for $15 like last year, which is crazy. And I shout out to my boy Ladero or Ladizi. He has his own YouTube channel, but yeah, he picked them up for $15 at Urban, which is crazy for a pair of Dino Juniors, And so it's kind of cool seeing them come back. It's not cool that you can't pick them up for steals anymore, right? For us that have want them for nostalgic reasons, but it is cool to kind of see them back in rotation with a lot of people.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. That makes me very sad. I just copped a pair of Dino Juniors off of eBay, size 8.5.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah, I got a steal on them in my opinion, but $200 versus 15. That's not.
Yeah, you can't beat 15. Shout out to Urban.
Yeah,
Jeez.
for sure. Yeah, I probably would have had a heart attack if I got them for $15. Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and move on to the next special guest, but we appreciate you taking some time out to join the Goody Two Shoes podcast, and you're looking fly there in the garage. I know it's probably hot in there, so you can probably go inside.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you, Carlos. And yeah, I hope you guys keep doing this. It's really entertaining. So I appreciate you guys having me on. So
Thanks.
there
I
are, man.
appreciate you
Peace.
coming on, bro.
All right,
Yes,
Jay.
sir. All right. Bye.
Yo, shout out to him though, because obviously you could tell he's definitely OG, has been collecting for a while. I see Chuck just got on, so let me let him into the stream. There he is.
Big Chuck.
What's up? What's up?
Entertaining. So I you guys have me on. So
Thanks.
I appreciate you coming on, bro.
All right,
yes,
Jay.
sir. All right.
Yo, Chuck, you got the stream on in the
Shout out
background?
to him though, because obviously you
Can
can
you
tell
mute that,
he's
please?
definitely OG, has been collecting for a while. I see Chuck just got on, so let me let him into the stream. There he is.
What up? What up?
Chuck.
What up, Chuck? How you doing, man?
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yo, Chuck, you got the,
Yeah, Chuck, for sure. We go way back, so you definitely came to mind when I was thinking of someone to bring on.
All right, cool. I was on my computer. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Yo, I want to give a huge shout out to Chuck real quick, because back when the whole Galaxy hype was crazy, I don't know if you guys remember that era, but Chuck and I spent a lot of time together. I was probably like 16 or something, and Chuck picked me up and pretty much babysat me those whole, like, however long we were out there, 2-3 days, whatever it was. But yo,
We were there for a while.
we were there for a while, so shouts out to Chuck.
That's awesome.
Yo, how crazy is this? We don't have to camp anymore, bro. Like that's crazy. No more seeing chairs set up outside of Nike or at the malls.
Yeah.
You know what? I would rather camp out than do raffles.
Yeah, same.
At least you get to like chop it up with people that you're hanging out with outside the store or whatever.
100%. That was like the best part of
it
camping.
ain't as fun.
Word. So Chuck, let's see. Show us some shoes, man. Let's see. I know you got a beautiful collection. I know that you like to collect things from your childhood and stuff, and you like to buy what you like. So that's very important. But
Yeah. Well, I just recently I bought these. I don't know if a lot of people remember these.
it's the Randy Moss, right? Mossified or
Little Jordan Mossified from the Mossifieds. It came out 2001.
Dang.
Fire.
Those
That's
are cool.
shoe. That's a real good shoe.
They my all-time favorite between that one and let me get the other one. And the OG pair of Mocha 3s.
Yep.
Those are awesome.
Just that these I bought them dead stock, and I got brave one day and threw them on, and yeah, you know how that goes with old shoes. A little crack.
Oh no.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's a wrap for those. I ended up copying a few other of the retros.
Yeah.
But
how many pairs do you have of the retro?
And then I ended up picking up 3.
That's dope.
That's cool to have. That's cool to have the OGs and the retro.
Yeah, and I should have waited.
Yeah, because
I should have waited because they hit outlets and they're cheap now.
Yeah. Bro.
So should have waited for that. But then these two.
Oh
had these
man,
when I was young.
I had the red, white, and blue
Lakers
pairs.
Converse weapon. Yeah, like wanting pairs of these. These are retros. I don't have the OGs, but these are retros.
They're still sick though. I remember hooping in those in middle school.
They're cool. They're not as comfortable as the OG pair, but they're not that bad.
Yeah.
And then for a little collab, the one I recently liked that they came out with was these. And I was asking Brian to sell me his or swap me his, but he couldn't do it.
It's a clean shoe. I actually don't even own it anymore. I got a better
Yeah.
I got a pretty good package deal trade, and I couldn't say no to it. So yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's a nice shoe. It's a comfortable shoe.
yeah,
It's
like
not bad.
I don't with the Sakai, like everyone looks at it and like because it's so overly built, if I could say, like you would think it'd be kind of uncomfortable, but it's actually like super comfortable.
No, yeah, it's actually comfortable. I own those Versace chain reactions, and those are bulky, but they're comfortable too.
Shoot, they better be
Right.
for the retail.
Yeah, yeah. Retail is ridiculous. It was a dumb purchase, but I mean, they're dope.
I'm sure we all have some dumb purchases when it comes to shoes.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst. It's the worst habit to have, but it's better than drugs.
So is any one of those shoes that you showed us, Chuck, or any one of those your favorite of all time?
Probably the Randy Moss. Has to be the
Okay.
Randy Moss.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it brings back memories. I actually, matter of fact, the Randy Moss and the Mocha 3s came out the same year. And I was playing for the YMCA when they came out. My pops wouldn't give me the Mocha 3s because they didn't match my uniform. So I ended up getting the Mossifieds.
Yo,
And then
that's
they became your favorite.
Yeah. So I got
That's
those,
awesome.
and then like years later, I got the 3s.
Yo, that's something dope about Chuck's collection too. Is like, I think a lot of like if we were to go like no diss or anything to anyone else because you collect what you want, right? But like I feel like if we were to have a lot of people show their collections that have started collecting recently, right? And kind of just do it for whatever is hype, we'd see kind of the same 10, 15 pairs of shoes in the collection, right? Like I don't think there's many other people in Vegas that have a pair of the Mosses, right? Or even a pair of OG Mocha 3s, right? That's like they sat for a while in the outlets because a lot of people, and I remember Chuck being one of the few people on Vegas sneakerheads that were asking around for the pairs. So I think that's dope when you're when that like it's past hype for you. Like it's the same way for me. Like I have a lot of kicks in my collection that like I probably couldn't show off as hype, but like personally, they're some of my favorite shoes.
Yeah, for you, they're hype. You like those, yeah.
Yep.
Yo, for example, like these, the Diamond Turf 2s.
Diamond Turfs.
I wanted this shoe so bad. And when they finally retroed, I had a pair of OG Pearl foam posits. And that's when foams were huge. And I was just like, yo, like I'll trade these straight up. Like you don't have to add nothing. Like just take them from me. I really want this shoe. And I was able to get it the day of release. One of my friends hooked me up with the trade. Or I hooked him up, I should say. But it's like one of those shoes that like now it's like, it's whatever. But it's not hype, but it's just a beautiful shoe. And I love it. So.
And it's a good shoe. It's a good looking shoe too. They're comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to get the LeBron 15s in with the Diamond Turf.
Diamond Turf. Those are hard.
Oh, yeah.
I really want that. That red, man. Something about that red. It's a different kind of red. I don't get it, but it's different.
Yeah, those are dope shoes. You know what? This whole when was it today? I tried for those Fear of Gods. I can't do. I put in for 3 raffles. I woke up early to get them. I'd rather camp than to do all this.
Interesting.
I've never hit on a raffle. Never.
No, me either.
Any Yeezys that I've ever gotten has been because I just go after and ask them if they have any sizes. And luckily, someone who got a size 12 always seems to flake on picking them up. So your boy gets them. But usually, like I don't even try anymore with the raffles because I'm like, you know what? I might as well just save up a couple extra dollars and buy them for resale because I'm not gonna hit.
Yeah, that's what I do now. Because I mean, you could be up till 7 and still won't hit anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember. I think Easy 2 release at Crossover.
I remember it, but I was a broke teenager.
Oh man, that camp out. Well, not even a camp out. It was like a whole week worth of. You got to go back and forth because they were tweeting out what time you had to come back to sign up. So the whole week you had to go back
Sounds
to
like
Crossover.
madness.
Yeah, sign up. You go back home within like 30 minutes. They'll call you back up. You go sign up. It was a week of hell, but it was. I mean, it was worth it.
That sounds terrible.
It was worth it. No, yeah, it was.
Dope. Yo, Chuck, well, we appreciate you coming on, bro. It's good to see you again. It's been a minute.
Wow, but appreciate you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen you on Vegas sneakerheads all the time, but I've never gotten the chance to meet you personally. So I guess this is as close as it'll get, at least for now. But it was nice meeting you, and
Yeah.
we appreciate you bringing on some variety to the show for sure.
No, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck.
All right,
We'll link
appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Yo. Shout out to Michael Blanco. What's good, bro?
What's up? How y'all living?
Yo, he's ready to go. Look at him.
You're ready to go.
How y'all doing? I'm Michael.
Yo, shout out to Michael. Yo, I believe.
Vegas Sneakerheads OG.
Yep. Yo, I think back in
I feel like he's about to freestyle for us right now. He's about to.
I'm ready.
That's awesome.
Yo, Michael produces music and makes music. I just peeped the song you put out on your Instagram, I think, just a little bit ago, right? Within the last week.
Yes, sir. Not too
Fire. It was groovy, bro. It was groovy.
Got more coming too, man. For sure. I appreciate that.
You should link with the guy who was on a couple minutes ago, Jay. He raps. He's in Vegas, and it'd be cool to make a connection there.
Indeed, man. I'm all about the connections. Shout out to y'all this little podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's that good stuff.
We're trying, man. We're trying. Yo, my earliest Michael Blanco memory, bro, other than interactions with you on the group, but I bought a couple pairs from you. We traded back in the day a lot. And before I even wore a size 12, I remember my first meetup with you ever was at Boulder Station, bro. Like right in front of the buffet.
I went to the wrong casino, bro.
Yeah.
I went to Boulder Station. I had this dude waiting for probably like an hour. I felt so bad. And we stopped up for like an hour, so it was cool.
Yeah, it was dope. I bought a pair of low, the Navy 2s.
Yep.
And fire. I still had those up till recently, and then finally sold them. But yo, so anyways, we just want to have you on, bro. Talk a little bit, show us some shoes, and then talk a little bit about your history with collecting, because it's been a long time. You obviously been an OG in the sneakerhead group. You've bought and traded, and so yo, how did you start collecting? And then show us some kicks.
For sure. Well, for me, man, I was that kid. My parents, like when I was growing up, they was like, "Yo, 2 for $89.99 is the only place you're going." So
Yep.
I used to rock the New Balance. I'm from Virginia, so like in Virginia, New Balances are definitely.
That's a huge thing on the East Coast.
It's definitely the wave, like a 574. That's my. I mean, I know I'm showing my cakes later. Literally, like.
Show him.
574, man. That's shoe right here. That's
Fuego.
So all you're gonna see in Virginia.
That was the same thing in Maryland. I lived in Maryland for 2 years.
Yep.
And
Foams and Tims.
Foams, yep. They call them dope D's out there.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
My parents used to hit me with the stay in the 2 for $89.99 section, and then every once in a while I would finesse and be like, look, like instead of doing a 2 for $89.99, let me get a pair of these all white Forces. Like same price, like it's only one shoe, but it's an all white shoe. I can wear it with everything.
I promise I'll keep them clean.
Exactly. You know how you work it. But once I started getting my own jobs and getting my own money, collecting for me started off of like Craigslist. It was before like sneakerhead groups. All of that. It started with me with Craigslist, and then Athlete's Foot, Foot Locker, and
Athlete's Foot,
and Fashion Show Mall before it was House of Hoops.
Yep.
I just started going ham. Everything I wanted when I was a kid, and my parents wouldn't buy me because it was too much. I was copping it. That's like legit. Like for me, 90s is like my favorite section of sneakers, bro. Like stuff like this. The Pippins, as a lot of people call them. I cop stuff like that.
It's a good shoe.
It's a great shoe.
A lot of Air Max 90s basketball stuff is like my go-to. Jordans, of course. But yeah, I started with Craigslist, and I searched Craigslist for like SBs, Dunks, Forces, Jordans, anything and everything I could really like try to find, whether it was I was looking just to see if it was those specific shoes, or sometimes I would just try to find people that had hella shoes in my size. Like it wasn't necessarily like I was looking for that shoe. I was just like, oh man, if I search SBs and he got a bunch of SBs I don't want, but he got one pair of Jordans in the back I do, like I'm solid. So
Yep.
But for me, like I love the that thrill of getting a shoe that you wanted for a long time. That for me is what sneakers has always been about. Or if
Yep.
it looks like super dope on your foot or whatever.
Yep.
And from there, man, I just started curating and collecting. Vegas sneakerheads came around. For me, I think the camps, and then just the dialogue between sneakerheads was super dope with the Vegas sneakerheads coming around. I can't forget NDSBG, freaking.
We talked about Team DS a few weeks ago. Team DS was a thing on MySpace.
Yeah,
Remember that?
MySpace.
Team
Yeah.
DS, that's a minute ago.
Yep.
But yeah, man, just getting into like the internet side of sneakers was really cool at first, with like the web, the ones we just talked about, and all the different blogs that are out there. But like for real, out here with Vegas sneakerheads, it was super dope because it's like I feel like, I mean, everybody talks to people, but like before Vegas sneakerheads was around, like you go out to camps and you talk to people you knew and stuff like that, but it wasn't really like a real like you talk to people a little bit, but it wasn't like super like crazy knit. Like Vegas sneakerheads came around and it just added that extra little oomph, at least for our community out here in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, even outside of sneakers, like I remember, Mike, we used to go to Gorilla Cafe. I don't know if you remember that place, the little pool place, and just chill. Like all of us, like sneakerhead friends, just
chopping it up. We used to, we did steak and eggs every once in a while. We used to do steak and eggs and stuff like that. Like, I just saw y'all had Chuck on a second ago.
Yep.
Like, man, I've been so many camps with Chuck. Like, just
for real,
stories after stories. Like, were y'all at the Galaxy camp?
I was there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I still remember when Mike walked away from the line and got a ticket for the Galaxy LeBron 9s. And while we were in line and got nothing.
Fam, they were slick with it though. Y'all know what they did with that release? They it was chaos. It was crazy chaos. Like
crazy.
You couldn't park at the fashion show mall. If you parked at the mall, they said they're gonna boot your car, tow your car, whatever, blah blah blah. And from there, everybody was parking everywhere else. Like all those shops and stuff on Industrial were selling parking space. It was crazy, man.
That's wild.
And then like they kept saying that like it wasn't going to be until a certain time, a specific time, but they weren't giving a specific location. So I don't know what happened, but everybody ends up rushing the parking garage and running up to the 5th floor because they're saying that that's where they're doing the line at. We start running up. I think a
lot of creases were put in shoes that day.
Man, so many toe boxes done for. Like, oh,
that's funny.
Yeah, people was dropping their phones. Like some dude, like the ambulance came out because some dude tore his ACL. Like crazy. But anyways, we all got up there and it was so much chaos that like what the store people started doing was just going through the crowd and like chopping it up with people here and there and just picking people like, yo, come with me. Don't ask no questions. Just come with me. And I'm just chopping it up with this dude, and he's like, "Yeah, man, blah 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 blah. Sneakers this, sneakers that. This is crazy, blah 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 blah." And I was just telling him, I'm like, "Man, I'm just out here having a good time. Like, if I get a shoe, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm cool. Like, got the homies out here. I'm meeting a bunch of people that like sneakers, and then, like, probably like after talking to him for like 5 minutes, he was like, "Come with me." Hopped in line. The crazy thing is, I think they had like 11 or 12 of the Galaxy phones, and the dude that was in front of me, once I got inside the mall, got that last pair of Galaxy phones. So. Barely missed on the Galaxy phones, but I got the big bangs, kept them for a couple years, and then sold them. I've been my sneakerhead trajectory has been very like, I like them for a long time, and then I don't like them for a long time. I'm off them. I'm not checking for anything. But then on top of that, just raffles and trying to hit on a sneaker is so hard, man. Like
I see a Galaxy shoe up there in the. But we might. I guess I don't know if you're gonna.
You do.
Yeah.
You gotta add that.
Just real fast before you show us some kicks. I like just touching on what you said earlier too. Like when we met, we chopped it up for a while, and then like I'm just thinking back to all the OG like memories in Vegas sneakerhead. Like shout out to when rest in peace Robert Lawrence when he passed away when we got together at Town Square, and just a bunch of things that we did as a sneaker community back in the day. That's crazy.
It's from Rob right before he passed, yo.
Dang.
AM1s?
Yeah, bro. It was crazy, bro. He's an active part of the community, and that's kind of what we talked to Chris about. How like it's kind of changed a lot. Like back in the day when it was like a close knit kind of a close knit group, and the group grew so big, bro, and it got infiltrated with like, I don't want to say infiltrated because that sounds negative, but like a lot of extra people that
say it.
when people kind of, you know, just in there for like, you know, reselling started happening versus before where you're right, like it used to be that hunt, like when we were on Craigslist, when we were on all these other sites, like we were looking for shoes, right? And it didn't matter, like, yo, all right, this dude wears my size, let me see what he got. Versus now it's like, all right, what's like, I hate the term brick, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, why'd you get those? Those are brick, right? Or those are bricks. I'm like, bro, they're if people like them, cop them, right? Like, I hate when people are like, yo, like, don't cop those are bricks, like, blah, 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 those are gonna be sitting. I'm like, yo, well, your loss is my gain, right? Like, if you don't want these, I'm gonna get them because they fit my collection. They're something that I want. But yeah, man, that's kind of the difference now in the group versus like kind of when we were first starting in it. And so yeah, yo, Mike, show us some kicks, man. If you got 2 or 3 pairs you want to show us, and
I've definitely, like, I got a small collection now, man. I used to be the dude that just copped a bunch of stuff all the time, but I'm gonna start.
That don't matter. Quality over quantity.
I'm right there with you, bro. My favorites right here in the center.
Uh-oh.
Ones, man. I got the Shadow, the Breads. That's probably like. I mean,
which ones do you like better?
I can't choose, bro.
That's why he picked them up at the same time.
To be honest, I'm gonna be this guy. I'm gonna be that guy. Like,
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
A New Boys video or something.
Yes. Wow.
yeah, shout out New Boys.
He was wearing the what the dunks in that video, right?
Yeah, he has some fire in that video.
Yeah.
But that's definitely my top. Like, if I'm gonna wear a sneaker and I don't want to think about anything, I'm grabbing one of those.
My son he's about to be 3 years old. My son has a pair of shadow ones. He outgrew them, but they were fresh.
Awesome.
Yeah. We found them at like a kid's consignment store, like a kid version of like Buffalo Exchange or something. I think I paid like $20 for him.
Oh, fire.
And after that, I would say I got some probably go with these, my Todd Jordans. Little SB.
Oh,
It's a classic.
Chris has a pair for sale right now. A size, I think they're size 10.5, 11 maybe.
Littlefoot gang.
I'm gonna say I'd get another pair, but that's a little too small for me. Yeah, Todd Jordans. I mean, to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite SBs, like, of all time.
That's a really good one.
I had those for a minute.
I think we all had them here.
These joints are fire. I love this shoe.
Yo, not gonna lie, I hope this doesn't ignite anyone's love for SB Blazers, but I've been on a hunt lately for SB Blazers. I got a couple that are in the works. You know, I'm trying to win. So
back in the day,
yeah.
I thought, bro, I don't have them anymore, but I was like, I could have sworn I got some USC.
Yeah. We traded some.
Virginia roots.
Oh, you gotta have them. The Timbos,
Just
the Butters.
Real quick, you know, if you gotta stomp a hater out, you know.
Yo, what do you guys call them in Virginia? Because obviously Brian and I grew up in New York, so what do you call them?
Butters or just Timbs?
Oh, Butters.
In Virginia, like, you got Timbo out there, Timberland. So it's like,
yeah,
big already. So it was either Butters or Timbs. But
yo, we call them the Timbos. Timbos.
yeah.
This is another one of my favorites. Let's go back to stay on the Virginia. I got the undefeated Colette New Balance.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good shoe. I am on the hunt.
The quality.
That is a good shoe.
What's weird is they came and Colette's closed now too. That's the thing for me that's just like, yo. So
yep.
Bad. But they came with brown laces, which I have never been able to pull off, but it's such a dope contrast. I'm gonna know what
yeah, no. Colette does some of the best collaborations.
Crazy quality.
What are those suede all over, or what is that?
Yeah, suede all over.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
There's that brown on the toe box.
New Balance has some of the most underrated collaborations.
Fire, man.
Yeah.
Collaboration with this Japanese shop. It's a pair of 574s. I can't remember what it was called, the name of the shop. But they're like bumblebee yellow, but in polka dot pattern.
Ooh.
Never hit them. Never seen them. They're fire.
That's
meet
cool.
Them. Fire.
You got one more for us, Mike?
I got one more. Actually, I got two more.
Let's see it.
The Compton Swag Dornbecker free runs.
Nice.
2.0 is still to this day my favorite running shoe, sneaker shoe. It's just 2.0 was a great model for Nike. This right here, this free run right here was just beautiful, man. They're comfortable. You can pull them off with jeans, sweats, shorts, cargos if you want, like anything and everything. It's fire. And I got my Aqua 8s. They are cracking because they're from '07.
Ooh, they're not the sparkly ones.
Not the sparkly ones.
Not to say it.
Hate those.
Like vampires over here.
That's awesome. Aqua 8s, man. I've had those on a couple of occasions, and that's a great shoe.
And then last, I'll go with the Galaxies that Mr. Diaz pointed out. Air Flight ones.
Those were big back east too.
I hit on these. These are actually really easy to get. I didn't get them. I got the Big Bangs at the fashion show release, but when I went to Boulevard, I think it's that shoe palace that's like it's like right off of Maryland Parkway. It faces Maryland Parkway. They still
Yeah.
I walked in like the next day and got these. So.
Oh, it was Chic, I think. Was it Chic? Yeah, Chic. Yeah.
Just because I see them. Air Flight.
Yes. Fly nice.
95.
Jason Kidd.
Yes, sir.
Dang.
That's I just got simple stuff, man. Simple stuff. And I always got, always keep.
Nah, simple, but like good things.
Infrared, like.
No, he's flexing now.
No, just showing the
Just a little something.
Just a little versatility, man. But that's where I'm at with it now. Like the older I get, like I don't keep boxes anymore. There's no, you see, like I don't have any boxes. Like just it's a case. I go up and down with what I got in my collection. This is the path here on the peak, but like I got no more than like 30 pairs of shoes now, man. I just
keep your circle small, man. That's cool.
Classics here and there. That's it.
That's awesome.
Hey, thank you, Mike, for coming on, bro. Appreciate you. We're definitely gonna have you back on the show. And go give us your Instagram link again, or your Instagram name again, so people can go check out your music, bro. There it is.
I'm gonna follow you right now.
Indeed. That's me right there at Blanco Mike. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is Michael. That's actually Michael White. Give me there too. Blanco Mike on everything, man. I'm a producer, singer, a little bit of rapping here and there, but appreciate you guys, man. In this little.
Yo, Mike, it's so good to see you again, man. We'll have to link up soon.
Indeed, man. Y'all be safe out here.
Hey, good to meet you, bro.
Good to meet you as well, man.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yo, shout out to the guests that we had today, man. Fire, just some fire kicks.
Definitely, that was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, take us home, man. We're the last thing we're going to do on each episode of the Goody Two Shoes podcast is going to be spotlighting somebody in the sneaker community. That can be local to Vegas. It can be here in Spokane in Washington, where I'm at, or it can be on more of a global scale, a national scale, whatever the case may be. But this week, go ahead and let us know who we're spotlighting, Aaron.
Or just Brooklyn saying hello.
What's
Yo.
up,
So we're gonna highlight Daisuke Revive Kicks. Some of you guys probably know him. The reason is this week, like I mentioned in the beginning, I went and took a pair of Yeezys, the zebras and triple whites to him, and he took care of them. But Revive Kicks has been someone that's been, one of the things for sneakerheads, man, especially some of us that really like to dig and find shoes that we've been wanting, is that they don't always come in dead stock condition, right? Or close to dead stock. Sometimes they come a little more beat than we'd like them to, or even just us that wear our shoes, right? We like to wear them, and sometimes they get a little dirty. So shout out to Revive Kicks. We're here on his Instagram. Go follow him. Give him a follow.
Man, he's gotten a lot of followers. That's awesome. Good for him.
I know. I'm gonna follow him on my photography page. But if you ever want to check out his work, it's fire, man. I know that he has a store now over on Paradise and Flamingo. And man, hit up Revive Kicks, Daisuke on Vegas Sneakerheads, man. We're gonna have him on the show next week, so tune in for that. But that's our sneakerhead highlight for the week, man. Dude does good work and good honest dude, and took care of me real fast.
And were you able to talk to him about next week?
Yeah. I talked to him. He's good to go, man. He'll be on next week, so we get to talk to him a little bit about restoration and kind of how he grew, because, like you say, he has a lot of followers, over 5K followers right now, and so that's huge, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's done a couple of things for shoes of mine, some deep cleans, and then he actually repainted a pair of True Blue 3s for me, and they came out looking so clean. I held on to them for a few years, but then was able to sell them again because they were in such good condition after he had his hands on them. So next week, instead of having 3 people on, 3 guests, which was awesome today, by the way, I had a really good time doing that.
It was really good.
We're going to have 1 guest, and that's going to be the homie from Revive Kicks, and you guys should tune in for that. If you have any questions, feel free to contact any one of the 3 of us. And then if any of you guys want to be special guests and you've never done something like this before and you would be down, we'd love to have you on. We'd love to see a variety of kicks, and would love to make some more connections in the sneaker community. So that's where it's at.
Definitely, man, and be on the lookout for the YouTube channel. We're gonna drop all the episodes on the YouTube channel, heading back to episode 1 that we did a couple of weeks ago. So that's gonna be updated very soon. We'll share the link to Vegas Sneakerheads and other pages. And so, yeah, man, keep an eye out for that.
Say that again, Brian.
Said thanks for watching. We appreciate everyone that tunes in, man. It's we're growing, so thanks for sticking with us.
Yep.
All right, yo, this is the Goody Two Shoes podcast signing out. Peace.
All right, guys. See you later.